we're live. Hey, it's your boy Scott Leonard, back at it again, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. I hope you guys are all rested. I had to take a little break from the afternoon stream, had a hectic day today, and I was a little bit out of it, but now I'm back, refreshed and ready to go. I hope you guys are enjoying your afternoon this lovely Sunday, November 24th. We are in the great state of Florida, if you guys are not aware, where it's been a little bit chilly. So I think that's kind of like taking me out a little bit. But I'm back, boys. And I'm back with a banger. So we are going to be watching my boy Jamari's video about MrBeast. Jimmy, the now infamous YouTube creator. I'm going to be honest, I never liked this guy's content. I was never a fan. I've watched a few of his videos, very entertaining, but I never got the point of spending millions and millions and millions of dollars in order to create unoriginal, for the most part, content. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a crazy take, but I never liked the guy. And also his face just kind of, I don't know, annoying looking face. As you guys can see, I did manage to move the camera up a little bit higher because I noticed that my eyes were darting all over. I have multiple screens in front of me, so that might be the reason why. This desk actually moves. It has buttons. It can go up. It's not working out. Okay, it can go up or down. Really cool setup here. I wish I could show you. Maybe one day I will show you guys the setup so you can see. It's not a cheap one, but if you're going to be streaming seriously, you do need to invest, and I did invest quite a bit in the desk, the computers, the mic, the soundboard, everything needed to stream. Hey, what's up, Anthony? Thanks for joining the stream, man. So without further ado, guys, we are going to be getting into the video. MrBeast, this scumbag, trying to save face now that he's been exposed for the toxic creator that he is. Here we go.
This year was obviously the stain on MrBeast's reputation.
From my boy Jamari, one of my favorite YouTubers. If you guys haven't checked out this guy's channel, check it out. It's great.
From ex-employees to ex-girlfriends and business partners. Obviously, the most glaring of the allegations were the ones levied against his lifetime best friend Chris, who was on the channel since it began.
Why is it that someone who is in college, who's like a sophomore or junior at that point, what are you doing making friends with a middle schooler?
And if that did not have the situation looking dire enough, an unknown YouTuber named Dogpack would come out with—
Dogpack destroyed this guy's whole career. He exposed everything, schizo ranting on the internet, but look at this guy's face.
That the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
From the challenge—
I don't think that this guy was the best person to bring the message and expose MrBeast, because he was basically schizo ranting, but it seems like it worked out anyway.
Money and clicks.
I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake.
But despite all of the drama and the various—
I just think this guy's a hamster looking face, hamster ass motherfucker, man.
And the Beast brand has essentially weathered the storm without really having to answer to any of it, besides when someone said the lunchly was molding.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Okay,
then look who he teamed up with, Logan Paul of all people. This guy trying to become a supervillain on the internet.
Investigation, where millions of documents and messages were apparently looked at and analyzed. And can you guys believe this? In their own investigation against themselves, they found that they did nothing wrong. Or more than likely, nothing worthy
Of course.
And they go
You can't trust somebody to investigate their own company.
On Jimmy being young and naive when he started the MrBeast channel. After all, with them being a company being run by someone without experience, how could they know any better? Is the narrative that they're sticking to, adding that they would be firing anyone who was doing bad shit and hiring a ton of new checks and balances in their company. Also,
Yo, what's up, Jamaican? Thank you for joining the chat.
Behind the Dogpack channel, Dawson French, saying they basically wanted him to see—
We're over here consuming some brain slop, toxic, rot content on the internet. Today, starting off with the video about MrBeast and the crazy, toxicity of his company and brand.
Is actually being exposed. But to truly understand his expose, you have to know that Dawson made these two other videos about Jimmy's employees And I actually did not cover these other videos, but he made some serious allegations against several people involved in the Beast Empire without the greatest proof. After this, Dawson would continue to call MrBeast out on other social platforms.
I just think that this Dawson guy should have got a PR team and some other people to help him with the videos, because he's definitely schizo-ranting here, and it kind of affects the credibility of the videos.
I would call her the conductor.
Just from
The perfect response for Jimmy at this
just from a visual perspective.
Take accountability for the decisions that he made and be honest. He's already broken that trust, and if you don't have honesty, you don't have trust. And how am I supposed to forgive somebody if they're not even being honest?
And so they linked up to collab.
The word I'm looking for is optics. From an optic perspective, I think that this guy, wrong person to expose MrBeast.
I mean, you had people out here praying to God, like, please never send me an op like her.
This is molded. That's mold.
And honestly, I think this guy Dawson was loving his newfound glory online and really relishing in his role in a story that
Like, homie just looks mad creepy. I don't know why.
But over time, he made some key mistakes. He was putting a lot of unfounded claims out to the public and drawing some less than unbiased conclusions with very...
Like, what's this fit?
It's kind of the reason I didn't cover these other videos he made, because a lot of it was based on hearsay or anecdotal proof from anonymous sources. And I think this sloppiness happened because once this guy got the attention,
I should do that. I should put together a shirt. I don't know if you guys ever checked out my merch line, but I should make a shirt with that on it.
And I do feel like
it'd be pretty funny
to reach for something that's not really there. And now, due to his botchy journalism, another guy is exposing Dogpack. He made a movie-length video debunking a bunch of the claims from Dawson's 3-part series, and he essentially...
The problem is that Dogpack kid was just spitballing.
Who turns evil after Mr. Incredible basically told him to fuck off.
You're that kid from the fan club.
I'm your #1 fan!
I mean, he really does make it seem like
did him dirty. Ain't no lie.
Who was hell-bent on bringing down the MrBeast empire.
Dawson French is an ex-MrBeast employee who worked there for about 3 weeks, and after being fired, made or worked on videos.
What is up with all the lookalike soy boys, though? It's like they're all clones, man. They all have the same stupid hairstyle and the same stupid look on their face.
Dawson was rude, he was disruptive, and apparently not receptive to demands or training from higher-level employees.
I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office.
I came in here to shit on MrBeast, and now I'm shitting on fucking Dogpack because he looks like a fucking degenerate freak.
Very uncomfortable working in the office with him.
He goes on to talk about the outlandish video ideas that he was allegedly pitching.
His video ideas he came up with while working at MrBeast were weirding and creeping employees out.
I suggested a video for breast cancer awareness.
Homie looks like the local school shooter. I ain't gonna lie, no cap.
You know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for mastectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer survivors.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Unironically, like I was getting pitched ideas like Jimmy trying every drug in existence.
Here's a message from Jimmy himself. I guess it's a meme of a fake video saying I filled my brother's house with and bought him a new one.
Oh, gross.
And even plays a leaked recording where Dawson was apparently begging for his job back after he was informed that he was being terminated.
Well, because you're trying to fire me.
Like I said, from an optics perspective, this guy is not the guy you want releasing the paperwork, the behind the scenes on MrBeast, because this guy is too flawed. He just looking at him, you can tell he's a creep. Like from a mile away, I can tell this kid's a creep. So, unfortunately, not the right guy. Hey, TTD, thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it, man. Hope you enjoyed this stream. We're going to stay on for about an hour, hour and a half. We are looking at an expose on MrBeast and Dogpack, the kid who exposed him. I came in here hoping to shit on MrBeast because I've never been a fan of his channel. But right now, we're kind of shitting on the guy who exposed him. So, I hope you guys enjoy the ride.
And I'm telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong.
Sorry, this is a video. This portion of the video is just Dogpack begging for his job after being let go by MrBeast.
I've made the decision. I'm here. We will take care of it.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance? I've been trying to get to this point of working on MrBeast for a long time.
Begging for a job is crazy.
If I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not going to happen.
Now, most of the information he's relying on is...
They hit my boy with the, it's not going to happen, pal. Sit tight, buddy. HR's on its way. The security's coming to take you out of the building. It's not going to happen, pal. Move on, move along, move along. Keep it moving. Damn, that's savage.
So I would take everything with a huge grain of salt, because obviously there's a high chance they're going to be extremely biased towards Jimmy and against Dawson, who has hurt the MrBeast brand to the tune of millions of dollars. This guy even talks about the fact that his videos caused them to allegedly lose a lot of funding from sponsors pulling the plug on their agreements.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or will have to delay in them walking.
Dogpack has a manager.
Either way, Soggy really
Homie looks like a school shooter too, though. Unfortunately, they both look like fucking weirdos.
See multiple patterns here. Hundreds of obsessive posts and comments.
I mean, is that a crazy take? This guy looks crazy. He looks deranged.
The day he was fired.
Wrong guy to expose MrBeast, man. The optics are horrible.
Yes.
And that on that day he became the real manipulator controlling the narrative for the general public. He also dives into some of the more questionable methods Dogpack allegedly used to get his information for his videos, like allegedly recording phone calls without consent that were eventually used as evidence in his video.
You know, I have a friend who, you know, I worked with plenty of times outside of MrBeast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Dogpack releases like a 12 million view video where, you know, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, you know it's me.
And I do want to be clear here.
That's why you shouldn't talk shit if you're not willing to back up the shit you're talking. I've always thought that to myself, man. I'm the kind of guy that if I'm talking shit about somebody to somebody else and the word gets back to the original person and they confront me about it, I don't give a fuck. You guys, most of you guys don't know me and you've only seen a very tame, mild version of myself, toned down, very polite, polished, but deep inside, I don't give two fucks. So this guy, this little rat they just showed on screen is the kind of guy who wants to talk shit, but then when it gets back to the people, he's gonna be scared to back up his words. I think that's very cowardice. So it's kind of funny that he's on here now crying about it, worried. Get fucked.
When I say that Soggy does successfully paint this negative image of Dawson and debunk several of his claims. But at the same time, he's very biased.
I just think it's ironic that Dawson got called out by his twin.
In most situations.
Look at this guy, his dead eyes. They all have dead eyes, man.
By Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO.
Motherfucker's the mullet.
Mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. You lied about them allegedly sleeping on a luxurious production yacht. No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety and went back on their raft as soon as a life-threatening lightning storm passed. It's completely legal and fine to use someone else's signature if they gave you formal consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
And while these various employees given their testimonies could be telling the truth, the perception of events is easily skewed when someone is depending on a person for their livelihood.
Motherfucker pulled out the Willy Wonka outfit. I'm telling you, man, these guys, I don't know what the fuck's in the water. They be tripping sometimes.
Discussed by these employees over the last couple of months. And just because Dawson might have had an ulterior motive,
you would trust this guy?
Doesn't necessarily mean that some of the allegations against MrBeast were not warranted or were beyond question. The problem is once you get caught in one lie, or at least stretching the truth to support some sort of damning allegation, you really start to lose your credibility, and after a while no one is going to listen to the things that you say. Now,
100%.
Most of the things he debunks here, I personally do not care about. I mean, like, let's say MrBeast did this illegal giveaway to run up the bag. I really don't care. If the videos are fake or not, I couldn't give a damn. And
yeah, I agree. I watched the takedown, and a lot of the stuff he mentioned was stuff that, like, who gives a fuck?
Or like immoral activity going on. And the main
That's the only thing we actually care about is the immoral activity. We don't care about the fucking videos being fake. We don't care about the illegal gambling, like all that shit. Nobody gave a fuck about that.
This isn't a work chat.
Yeah, and the message reads, so this photo is allegedly of Ivanka Trump when she was 13. Ava thought that this was possibly a 13-year-old and she's posting it in a work chat. A lot of people on the internet are labeling this picture as
like, for example, the Ava Tyson shit. I think that shit was inappropriate for sure.
It does look like her, but like, yeah, it looks bad.
Worst of all, Dogpack and Rosanna used what they thought was a CP picture as clickbait for their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3 versions of it.
As we know, Chris had a ton of these nasty chat
Like, this guy's a creep.
so this was
100,000%.
And in the alleged messages from Chris back then, it's clear that he thought this was CP and he wanted to share it to everybody. But more research will actually tell you that it was a picture of an 18-year-old Ivanka Trump.
I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friends actively ranting about pedophiles and bashing them, I'd actively be convinced to not think they're a pedophile when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of Zoomer humor. Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to Docpack and Rosanna, refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past, instead of confirmed pedophile messages.
Well, you know what? I never thought they were confirmed pedo. I just think that they're degenerate, that's all. And I think that that degenerate influence shouldn't be exposed to young kids.
In the Discord chat, where he was aware.
Because you got to keep in mind that Mr. Beast's main demographic is young kids. No fully grown, developed adult is believing half the shit that happens on his challenges and his videos.
Degenerate, borderline illegal images hanging up in their apartment living room. Mr. Beast allegedly praised the disgusting artist who created and who Chris paid for the degenerate art.
And here's some messages of people in the Discord saying, I did not expect to see memes and I should have expected.
Part of the problem though is that these two guys exposing them, this guy and this chick, they're also clout-hungry demons who are willing to do anything for clout. But you can't trust them either.
He decided to keep him around year after year after year. I mean, to suggest that he had no idea that any of the crazy things he did were going on, from the artwork...
Yeah, Jamaican, but in my opinion, I've always thought to myself that if you tell somebody a secret and they go and tell somebody else the secret, those kind of people... I love when I tell somebody something and they go and tell the people that I was talking to them about what I told them, because it exposes that that person is weak-minded. And I used to, back in the day, I used to use those people as radios, in the sense that I would purposely say outrageous stuff just to see who would go back and tell other people. I haven't done that in a while, but I used to do it because it really shows the character of the people around you, and it works as a good test. And you'd be surprised how many people are fucking backstabbing cocksuckers, if I'm gonna say it blatantly.
Complete bullshit. Now, one thing Soggy does a great job of...
It's just that I've matured enough, I'm old enough to know that I don't really care anymore. Like, I don't want to invest that much energy into it.
That Dawson had with MrBeast videos.
Old me used to be so fucking crazy, you guys have no idea, man.
Let me be beyond clear when I say that this video is very well made. I do think the interviews he did with various people were pretty well conducted, and he did a very...
What is that hairstyle, though?
But I can't help but find some of the things about this video to be a little bit strange. Like the fact that MrBeast DM'd Pyrocynical and other drama-adjacent YouTubers essentially asking them to put a megaphone on this exonerating message that Soggy delivered.
I got a DM from MrBeast. Beforehand, I said, hey, can I show this like on a stream or in a video? And he basically said, I'd prefer if you didn't, but if you felt like it was necessary, then sure, go for it. So you can see the actual DM here. He's saying there's been a lot of disinformation around me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts. Would love if you covered it.
He messages me, hey, I don't know if you've seen this video, but I know you've covered me in the past, and it actually proves a lot of stuff said about me was untrue. I'd appreciate it if you covered it. And he
MrBeast is out here trying to do PR.
And then he followed me. And honestly, it just feels like he's trying to do damage control because he looked so bad this summer. And it feels like he's trying to follow people and message them so that they're like, oh my God, MrBeast followed me. Like, I don't want to talk about him.
And he also commented on the video itself with glee. And now it has come to light via an interview with Chud Logic that Soggy was speaking closely to MrBeast's right-hand man.
Yeah, dude, it gets old after a while. As you get older, you kind of grow out of those tendencies. A lot of people see me and they see how I'm calm, I'm pretty polite, and they just assume that I've always been this way. But they have no fucking idea about any of that shit, bro. I just grew out of being a fucking menace, that's all.
Completely unbiased, like they work at the company, but it's still different, you know?
Oh, give me a break, dude. You and I both know that that's a huge crock of shit. I guarantee this guy would have loved to do an interview with MrBeast. I think that's what everyone wants right now. And I just love how he tried to paint this guy Dawson as the vengeful, disgruntled employee over and over again, and say that he's biased for that reason.
He is incompetent, petty, a liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee.
But
He's
now
petty, disgruntled, and he's my twin brother. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, is there not some
These
sort of
fucking guys come out of the woodworks.
Soggy even straight up admits that this
And
dude
the stupid name Soggy.
like a Miami hoe to do these interviews.
You obviously flew to America, right?
Dog pack, Soggy. Like, who's writing this script?
I'm gonna be honest on that. So I offered to do interviews to Dustin, and so I was the one who offered that, to want to do interviews. I reached out to Dustin about that. After he reached out to me, he said that he wanted to do an interview and maybe try to ask some other employees if they wanted to do interviews. But since it was last moment and very expensive, Dustin, as far as I know, paid for those, and not on a MrBeast card, because when I got at like the hotel, which they said that it was on the card of like literally his name, like his personal card, not non-company cards.
Now that makes me think that he might have an ulterior motive, especially the fact that he never discloses this in his video makes him look really bad.
I don't know if I maybe missed it. Was that said in the video or is it somewhere in your description?
He probably did that because MrBeast wants it to have the appearance that he's not involved in the production of the video whatsoever, which is probably fake.
Involved in the making of this video, but I would not.
Damari just stole it right from my mouth. Let's hear that again.
Said in the video, or is it somewhere in your description, just to really get it clear that happened?
No, it's not in the video.
And look, I'm not saying that MrBeast was directly involved in the making of this video, but I would not be surprised if he was in someone's ear on the team helping them craft this narrative, handing over a bit of evidence his team had been stacking to debunk these claims. This is all my speculation, of course. You don't think that he was aware that his current
MrBeast is trying to keep the veneer of plausible deniability.
positive video was being made about him,
and then he wanted to push the shit out of this video to clear his name.
YouTube and his brand. He's seen all the dog pack videos, he's seen all the more Pegasus coverage on the situation, and I really do feel like this could be his indirect way of fighting back. I mean, begging people to spread positive PR about him is very sketchy to say the least. And now even Soggy is saying that that is exactly what Jimmy is trying to do, and that it apparently makes him mad because he claims that he wasn't trying to be a shield for MrBeast. Although I personally feel that that's exactly what this video was. Like, I don't know what else this guy expected, but he was caping for MrBeast for an hour and a half.
He was glazing him up.
Situation no one is exactly trustworthy from.
Why would you make an hour and a half, 2-hour video defending somebody you don't even know?
I don't know. When it comes to drama, there's just all.
That's what I understand. Some of these guys making these videos for absolutely no reason. Like, it's not like he was covering news. He's the one producing the video. So why would you make a video about a guy for 2 hours if you're not invested?
The person interviewing him
Cap.
candidly ask about this because I think he'll just shut all that shit down. Either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy More Jamari, and some other MrBeast drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
So now to move on to CoffeeZilla, my favorite.
Agreed. That's exactly how I feel, a Jamaican.
Comprehensive report published that painted a negative light on crypto dealings allegedly.
This Upaville guy, I don't like his channel either, if I'm going to be honest. Never been a fan. This guy.
You detailing these allegations.
That being said, Leon Lush, I do like Leon Lush's content.
I think he's a very reasonable guy, to be honest. I think he's a very smart, reasonable guy who cares.
This new YouTube meta is crazy.
Pretty rare on YouTube.
You got reactors reacting to reactors, reacting to reactors, reacting to reactors. Who the hell is making the content anymore? We're just all reacting to each other.
The reason why I love CoffeeZilla, and I mentioned this in last stream, is because I align with him in a lot of ways. And like, if you think about what I do over the years with like Insufferable Instagram and Brainworms, where it's kind of, mine's always a little bit more comedy oriented, where I'm just trying to have a bit of laugh at the expense of the insane shit that's going on. But it always comes down to like having some sort of moral code or compass that you live your life by. And mine's behavior related, where Coffee's built his career typically more around like the financial crime side of things. Like even before he got into the crypto stuff, It was just a lot of investigations on the scumbags that were just scamming people on Instagram, selling courses like the Andrew Tate types, like where you have these classes and courses, and just doing these deep dives and seeing, you know.
I'm going to be honest. Speaking of Andrew Tate, I lost a lot of respect for Andrew Tate over the weekend.
Without really providing value.
The last week, he fucked up big time. He fucked up big time.
And eventually having to...
He literally did a crypto scam. I watched it live.
In others, in a sense, like doing things that are maybe morally reprehensible, but there's no real laws in place to protect them. So I think one of the reasons I align or just like watching him is because I typically watch his content and I'm agreeing with everything he says. But he does, like Caleb just said there, he's seems pretty objective in most of his investigations and thorough, which is...
Coffee's video and the report. Well, so I'll start off with the report. I mean, most people probably haven't even read it, but that's what kind of spawned that whole thing was this. Did you see it? Like that? Yeah. So the gist of this crypto report that was, 1 second. Sorry. It's not my.
I love the timing of that.
The gist of this report was.
He's like, the gist of this oh God. Whew. Skillo, is it dry in here? Can someone turn the heat down? Turn the heat down a little bit? Sorry.
Jimmy is too stupid to like make this kind of money. Therefore, it must be insider trading. This is his wallet. You know, clearly there was insider trading because he never would have been able to make this kind of money. When in reality, which is what I told Coffee in that.
I don't think that wasn't the gist I got from Coffee.
I also hate when crypto's up because now you got a bunch of these fucking soy boys running around. Buy the dip, short the VIX, fuck Bitcoin.
Right? So it's not like, oh, you need to be some sort of smarty pants, elaborate, crazy guy to
I'll say that again. Buy the dip, short the VIX, fuck Bitcoin.
$5,000 into something called fart coin and make $3 million in 3 months. Like it's stupid. Like you can be a sophisticated bad actor and extract a lot of value through scams, of course, which is kind of what that investigation was talking about. But it certainly doesn't take a genius to make money in crypto. But also, those same people half the time or more than half the time end up losing.
No, I got to pause it for this one. So for the crypto scam that Andrew Tate was running, this is what he was doing. So he had people trying to front run him while he was picking the random shit coins. But in reality, what they were doing is they already knew what coins they were going to be picking. And he had multiple wallets. So what he would do is he'd go into the coins before bringing them up on screen, buy before, and then show the coins on screen, and then all the lemmings would jump in and start buying too, trying to pump it up. And when they jumped in, he would sell. He would sell, and he'd be like, oh, we're fighting. When in reality, he was the one who was selling. So he was really just taking their money, to be honest. And he did this like 3, 4, 5 times. And I just think that I lost a lot of respect for him because that fucking dirty. That was a dirty move to your own followers. That's a dirty move.
I've never had access to that wallet. I've never done.
I tried live streaming it, but I had to take the streams down because he was saying the N word with the hard ER and just going. He was wilding out.
So most of the allegations there, like, are just answered by like, I am too stupid to do that. That's why a fund was managing it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like Coffee said, like if he literally said this in a video. If you like Jimmy, then you're like, yeah, he has answers for everything, and this checks out. And if you don't like Jimmy, then you're gonna go. You know, there's obviously wrongdoing here. But yeah, I mean, the honest
and I think obviously Andrew Tate probably is struggling for funds because they keep freezing his assets and whatnot.
That's in a crypto fund.
But if he really wanted to get that money for funding, let's say for legal purposes, for the lawyers and whatnot that he needs, he could have just asked. I'm sure if he asked for donations, if he humbled himself and asked, he'd get donations and he would probably be able to cover all of the legal expenses. But again, I'm sure that he's not humble enough to do that.
Twofold.
That's the problem.
This fund, right? He has this wallet that he doesn't even have access to, and obviously these people managing it, and there's thousands of transactions. I think that probably he's obviously, yes, involved. I'm sure he has people, experts, like everything he does in his life at this point, he's surrounded by experts to try and help him do it at the best level possible with YouTube. I'm sure crypto's no different. I'm sure he's a guy who spends most of his time.
But usually it's very hard to manipulate the market. But Andrew Tate literally had 100,000 people in the live stream. So with 100,000 people and low cap coins
and then
it's pretty easy to manipulate.
You to like tweet about it or something like that. Totally.
And I think there's other influencers that try to do this same kind of scam, but they live in the United States. Look, in the case of Andrew Tate, nothing's going to happen to him.
I call horseshit on that.
But if you're a U.S. citizen in the United States and you try and run those scams, you're like some influencer like Jack Doherty or MrBeast or Logan Paul, I guarantee you in 3 to 4 years, the feds are going to knock on your door and you're going to have a lot of problems.
Clips, I think, from podcasts where he's talked about buying punks. He's talked about using the apps and buying things. Like, so he, you know, he's not an idiot. He knows what he's doing. I'm certainly don't think he's sitting there all day online, like trying to rug people from fucking pump and dump coins and shit. No, but by any means. But like the kind of the B side to that too is, even if you didn't have access to the wallet, for instance, and you hired or have the, you know, the smartest crypto guy in the space that's written a book on crypto, managing your fund that your name is tied to, and that guy is making a habit of investing seed rounds into you know, companies, and then promoting them, and while you're promoting them and inflating the price, selling out of your wallets as retail is dumping into these coins, that's
dirty.
You're still associating with that kind of behavior, which again, the way they did it, I don't think was necessarily illegal. It's just a question of, you know, what you think is ethical or not.
Even if it's not illegal, it still makes you a piece of shit.
Like doing a video where I didn't even have access to a computer and there's trading.
True.
So for the conspiracy theorists that think I'm lying and using the fund as a cover up, like, I mean, there's got to be some way where you could just figure that out, like where I was on a plane ride or something. But yeah, that's like the honest transparency is, you know, I was in a crypto fund and people thought I owned the wallet and it's called Wu-Tang Clan. Do you listen to Wu-Tang Clan?
Sorry. I have, yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
My bad.
So I feel like that's another indicator. I wouldn't have named it Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I had to educate myself on what Wu-Tang Clan was. So
what? The name of the wallet is Wu-Tang Clan, I think. I don't know if it's like WuTangClan.eth or whatever it is, but he's saying that that was a wallet that was owned by someone else before he got involved in the fund.
And he's so squared that he had to look up what Wu-Tang Clan was. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like the whole, like, just YouTubers in any way being involved with crypto.
A guy like Upaville, who's a YouTuber who's trying to grow his channel, is gonna suck this guy off, and he is. You can look at him. Look at the admiration in this motherfucker's face.
With this stuff and like be you know, I just like I want someone who knows what they're doing to do it, to make sure things are above board. So that's literally why I did that, right? It's because I was like, if
like knows what they're doing, right? Someone who knows what they're doing typically means someone who can try and extract the most value out of the market as possible for me. And when you're a capitalist, you're making money and you have a lot of money and you're diversifying that money and trying to find opportunities to continue to grow that money to then subsidize your channels or whatever to help pay for everything. Like, this is normal behavior. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like what Jimmy's doing is criminal by any means. I don't think it is at all.
It's not criminal, it's just scumbag behavior.
Crypto space, like, one thing you realize is there's two different types. There's influencers, and any time like an influencer touches something crypto, it's a disaster Ponzi scam, and it's just maximum value extractive. It's like somebody in the crypto space knows that they can try and use their audience to pump something, and then they sell a bunch of tokens from side wallets as retail dumps into it, right? That's the worst case scenario. But then in the crypto space, there is crypto influencers that have grown influence because of their expertise in the crypto markets. And there's so much gray in the behavior of how these people do. Because if you have like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 Twitter followers, you can literally tweet about a coin with a small market cap, and it will affect the price of the coin. So like, you have to start being careful with how you talk about these financial.
This is such a repeat of 2020, 2021, and 2022. You guys remember that thing called an NFT? I'm just waiting for the NFT 2.0 version to come out, and so we can deal with a whole new group of scammers trying to steal your money. I guarantee it's going to happen soon, so stay tuned for that. Had to put the glasses back on. I just realized I'm blind.
Tentative around how you talk about it, and it's everything in between. So when he says like, I hired a professional crypto guy, it's like you probably just partnered with a crypto influencer or like a behind the scenes researcher whose only job is to make the most amount of money popular. And one of the popular ways to do that is to get people with influence to talk about things to buy seed rounds into these projects and then like sell as the project's going up. And then on a long time horizon, what you'll see, most of these projects after the bull market slows down and we hit a bear.
You know what sucked for me regarding the Intertate stream? That when he was live and I was like rebroadcasting, that was the biggest stream I've had so far. I had 25 people in here watching. And I had to take it down just because of the swearing. I didn't want to risk getting my account permanently banned, an account that I've worked 2 years to grow. So that kind of pissed me off because it was like 1-2 hours that I streamed. And with 25 people for 2 hours, that would give me all of the hours I need to reach monetization. So it kind of ticked me off that he was doing that. The swearing, the cursing, the ER, hard ER, and the N-word kind of ruined it for me. I think he's just wilding out at this point.
99% of these projects just trend to zero because most of them are Ponzi fucking bullshit anyways.
I'm buying and selling it. Maybe I mess things up.
I'll have to get context or something.
So
Jesus
like,
Christ.
this fund is led by someone who knows what he's doing. Here you go. You know, that was literally the whole logic behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. On to some philanthropy.
So that's it. I don't doubt that he has a guy or multiple
Superville's over here sucking him off for views.
He's just like, you know, if you have someone you trust, it's like no.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, drop a W in the chat.
A CPA or something, and you have a ton of money, then you're looking to diversify. And to MrBeast, what's $100,000? Literally nothing. He makes that in 16 minutes in YouTube revenue. So he's got this guy that's like, listen, we got this company looking for some seed rounds. What do you think about $100,000? MrBeast is like, yeah, sure, whatever. And all he cares about is that like 5 months later, he finds out that $100,000 turns into $1.5 million, right? And in that sense, like that's just normal investor behavior once you have the capital to start moving money around and find opportunities. On the other side of things, this idea that he's like, I don't even have access to the wallet, or he doesn't know what's going on. No, I think MrBeast is very in tune with the crypto market and what's going on. He was an early investor in punks and other things. He's been talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum since, 2020, 19.
Yo, what's up, TTD?
So like this whole...
Yeah, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, drop a like. It really helps the stream in the algorithm. For you guys watching on Twitch and Kick, I don't know what the equivalent to a like is. I don't even think they have anything like that to promote streams on those platforms. But thank you for watching anyway.
I'm not saying you're doing anything illegal because the crypto, the investment technique in the crypto space is a little bit shady to begin with right now, especially with people with a lot of capital and influence. But let's not pretend you don't know what the fuck's going on. I got this guy wrote a book about crypto, and so I have this fun. It's like, okay. All right. I think overall, Jimmy's just going to get a lot of hate because he's the biggest brand on the planet, no matter what. And I know there's a lot of other stuff they cover in this podcast with the Ava Tyson shit I don't want to get into. I want to just stick to the crypto thing for the sake of this video.
Oh my God, Leon, come on, dude. Meat and potatoes here, bro. I wanted you to get into that shit.
What he does. I just think he's super successful. He's got tons of people around him that are part of his success, that are needing his attention and his time, that are trying to continue to grow this brand and turn it into this kind of like Goliath that takes over the world. And so there's going to be some...
I mean, he had 100,000 people in the stream.
I know I talked about
Here we go.
CoffeeZilla a little bit yesterday. He's awesome. I think he does really good work.
Yeah, but in a live stream, I'm not able to censor it. I have to go through the whole video and censor it out.
It's really...
and it's a live stream, so it kind of fucked it up.
I feel like this is Caleb's attempt at being like, hey, I wasn't really hard
enough. You can't get greedy because a more naive streamer would have just streamed the whole thing without editing and left it up. But I started thinking about it and it really wasn't worth it.
Because you basically were like, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm curious to see what he says here.
He's not the guy who...
And
you could tell because no one else was streaming it on YouTube.
Like me and a bunch of other commentary YouTubers.
I searched it up. Nobody else streamed it on YouTube.
I feel like it's my responsibility to ask some more questions about...
it's up on Kick, though. If you go to my Kick, I still have it up there.
And it's one of those things where it's note heavy.
And I turned off Twitch immediately because Twitch will ban my ass without any second thought.
If you have to go find information or whatever to back up what you're saying, I don't expect you're like a politician and have all your fucking, we're not debating philosophy,
John, thanks,
or politics. Like, I don't expect you to have everything.
On that thought, how do you guys feel about me playing? I usually don't play video games. I'm not a big video game player. However, since I'm streaming, I might as well give it a hand. What do you guys think about me streaming Diablo 4?
Wallet. You said that last
I was
night.
debating buying it yesterday.
You said you didn't know what Wu-Tang was.
A fund did it, yes, not a friend.
Right. Okay, a fund. Okay.
You died again?
On a podcast with Logan
Make
Paul
that clear.
About CryptoPunks. You talk about a call you had with Mr. Gary, where you claimed to have bought and or sold CryptoPunks, but then later decided to roll the money into VFriends.
I have to watch you play later.
And this is all like video, obviously. And this trading activity all happened within the Wu-Tang wallet, which we talked about last night.
Bang. So that was...
The thing is, getting banned on Twitch this early would be a major L. Getting banned on YouTube would suck because I've been growing the account for 2 years, and I'm literally this close to being monetized. So I didn't want to risk it on either platform.
They lined up him talking on a podcast about...
Kick ain't gonna do shit.
It's literally just him...
So I left it up.
The explanation is probably, oh, like, you know... I like punk, like everything he's saying, he's making it sound like I bought CryptoPunks, then I rolled in to be friends. It's more just like him calling his crypto guy to be like, hey, buy this punk and then sell the punk. And then it just feels like you want to be involved in that process. Like you're on OpenSea or whatever, like not even OpenSea, but you're like browsing which punk you want and figuring it out. But I could be naive, probably at that level of wealth and you have the money. You're just like, oh, you call your crypto guy and you're like, I like this one. Tell him I want to buy it. And you find a way to buy it. Like, so... You know, it's all speculation. So I'm curious to hear his response to that, because that was my same thought going into this. Was there was kind of, again, it was circumstantial evidence lined up with your podcast talking about the purchases of these with the Wu-Tang wallet specifically buying these things at the same time.
Yes.
So if it was your decision, you know, if semantically, if what you're talking about on the podcast, if it was your decision, your trading decision to buy and sell the punks or VFriends, even though you didn't press the buttons, was it actually your decision? Did you press the button? Did you not press the button? Was it your decision? And if it was your decision, and even if you didn't,
did you press the button like it's the nuclear fucking football?
That you had control of those trading decisions.
Yeah,
Superville, I don't know, man. He just looks like a fucking Lorix to me.
We can also just put all this
I've never been a fan of this guy. His face just looks punchable. But then again, my face probably looks punchable too.
Press the buttons, like I've been saying. I didn't pick what punks.
It's not obvious at all. I still don't. I'm still speculative. I don't notch. Okay, we'll believe
To buy or anything. Gary V, like I said on that podcast, called me and a bunch of other people.
There's a new streaming platform too called Party. I tried finding the URL. I struggled. I wasn't able to find it, but I've been hearing buzz about it lately.
It's other people's money as well. And just said, hey, Gary V seemed very passionate about these punks. You should look into it. If it makes sense, buy it.
Gary motherfucking V. These guys have so much fucking influence. They can basically message anyone and get whatever tips they need.
I've never bought one.
That's the crazy thing. The richer you get, the easier the game is.
So, I mean,
the game of life.
Like, that's kind of high level how it went. But, you know, if he was like, oh, this is a shit investment, then he wouldn't have bought them. So, he was the one who was doing the buying and selling and managing things.
Okay.
It's PARTI.
To buy or sell in the Wu-Tang Fund.
Well, I mean, yeah, I just told him, like, hey, Gary, like, in transparency, Gary called me about CryptoPunks and said they were cool, look into it. I mean, so at the end of the day, bro, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know which punks to buy.
There we go. Thank you, man. I was searching and searching and searching yesterday, and I couldn't find it. I was spelling it party like normal.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they're stupid as shit. I don't like any of the NFT stuff. I'm glad that's all kind of come and gone now. I like the newer era we're in. Okay, so next is the
I also have... I fucked around with NFTs for a bit, but I was never big into it. That wasn't my edge as far as crypto goes, NFTs. I like the idea of like digital ownership. I think where it went with NFTs was just insane, where people are spending, you know, what you could buy a fucking Malibu mansion on a fucking JPEG. Very out of touch with reality. But I think there will be a resurgence.
Do you think streaming to Party would be worth it? I pulled up the website right now. I'm looking at it.
But it's not going away. But it's just never been my thing either. On the same page there. And again, listen, benefit of the doubt, it's not unthinkable to think that he had a guy that is just kind of controlling these wallets. But again, just this idea that like he has no idea what's going on, kind of that like he's...
Yeah, but the problem is I'm not a big game player. I feel like it's a waste of time.
Decisions of what to buy in that. He might not have been pressing the
But
button.
I probably will jump on it eventually.
I mean, it's his money after all. But at the same time, like you said, he could just.
I just realized I don't have the lights on.
The crypto expert was like, "Hey, we can make a bunch of money doing this," and MrBeast just thinks, "Whatever, okay, it sounds good."
The super tweet, the super coin tweet. For context, on May 12th, 2021, you, MrBeast, tweeted in response to it was an Elio Trades tweet. There's a gym sitting there on the market at an eye-watering price set to explode during DeFi
Those
Summer.
lights going, boys.
Responded by saying super ? With a crazy emoji.
Turn this light down.
Why did you not disclose that you had a vested interest in the coin that you were tweeting
that
about?
environment going, boys.
We'll start there.
Well, I replied to a tweet, so I did tweet it out, and I think a lot of people, that are just getting secondhand.
How's the camera look right now? Am I too bright or am I good? Is exposure looking good?
Yeah, the fund did hold.
I also need to get some stuff to put on this wall soon.
That was the
We'll
owner
see.
of Super, the guy who made the coin, and I just went scrolling through Twitter, just replied Super to his tweet. I did not tell people to buy Super or anything. I just replied Super. And I know the next thing where people are going to go, but this was a planned, coordinated thing. It wasn't. It's not like I'm on the phone with the people managing the crypto fund going, hey, I'm about to reply Super to this tweet.
Yeah, I think there's just too many streaming platforms, so you might be right. It might be dead on arrival.
Anyone bought it because they saw me reply Super to a tweet.
Yeah, I would actually disagree with that. I imagine you certainly raised awareness for the project because of that. People that are in crypto Twitter are like constantly looking for the next, 100x and will pick up clues any way they can.
I mean, just to be honest. So I didn't think too much of it. Obviously, though, in hindsight, I could see how people might think that is a weird look optically. And so,
I want to see something with the camera.
I really don't think it's that malicious. Like, if I just flat out tweeted, I think Super is the next big thing. Go buy it. Super. Like, I think this is a different conversation. That's the kind of stuff actual people do. You know what I mean? And like,
scammers.
So I just don't. Yeah, so it was just interesting too because Coffee never said I was a scammer in his video. Yet, there's so many comments on it. Just 'cause, a lot of people just want to drive, whatever. People who don't like me, like he said in the video, are not going to like me, and they're going to run with it. People who do like me are going to be like, oh, it was managed by fund, and Jimmy has answers for everything. Which
okay, Jimmy, but why do you only go on podcasts that are favorable to you?
Buying or selling or anything.
Upaville, really? Get on Leon Lush. I would like to see Leon Lush interview this guy.
So that's the honest answer. I just replied Super, and I guess if I
the only hiccup there is like, all right, you've said that a million times. Like, yeah, I don't, it wasn't me. I have people managing, but dude, if this whole investigation is like, hey, here's a bunch of shit that this wallet did that could be considered nefarious, you're still culpable by association a little bit. But that being said, like, no, I don't think MrBeast is a scammer. He has no intentions to scam people. He just is an opportunist, as most big YouTubers are. I think for me, like, it would go a long way for me, like I said at the beginning of talking about this, before we were watching this video, one thing that is important to me is radical honesty. And it's like, I feel like Jimmy is just at that point where he's not allowed to be honest.
Jimmy's not going to be honest, dude.
You have to carefully.
If you're waiting for Jimmy to be honest, you have something else coming for you.
It's like, yeah, listen, man, like, I knew these guys, like, they're in the industry, and like, they told me they could make me a bunch of money, and I invested in some stuff, and I did make a bunch of money. I didn't know at the time, like, in hindsight, it was.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that if there is a chance of it blowing up, I kind of wanted to jump on while it's still early, but at the same time, there's too many platforms at this point, and those other platforms are not really popping off. So you got YouTube, the biggest one, Twitch, second biggest, Kick, Rumble, and now Party, and there's a bunch of other ones that nobody even fucking mentions.
Try and figure out a new way to diversify in the future. Like, that type of talk to me just goes a million miles, and like, nobody talks like. It's all just.
In reality, the only one that's actually really worth it is YouTube, and then followed by that Kick.
Just talk
because on YouTube you can really make the bag.
Talk honestly anymore. You knew what was going on, obviously, like, to some extent.
I go back in time.
But then again, I'm in here talking to like 5 people. I need to start promoting the streams more. I need to get other people to promote them for me as well.
In the last couple of years, so you could consider that a mistake at this point. Like, that's definitely
And another little context point. I think a lot of people are missing. A lot of people who do this kind of stuff do it on low volume coins that, like, sell $100,000 a day. So it actually dramatically pumps it and blah blah. Super is like the 100th biggest crypto coin out there. Super is like a legit coin. It's a legit project that's massive. Like, that tweet didn't move the needle for shit or anything, right? So that's another piece people are missing. Like, if anything, buying Super, actually, I'm not even going to say that. I was just, would probably be a good investment because it's one of the biggest coins out there and it seems to be doing really well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the biggest coins. What are you talking about, dude? No, it's absolutely not. It's not even close. It's less than 1 billion market cap. It's 6. I mean, okay, on the grand scale of 100 billion fucking crypto coins that have been launched in the last 10 years, yes, it's in the top 1%, certainly.
Now I have to say, disclosure, we still hold Super to this day.
This guy's a slimy scumbag, man. The way he talks, his body language, his mannerisms, his voice, the wording he uses, slimy fucking scumbag.
Seem along the same vein, to be real. But it is important.
I'm gonna do something untraditional. I think I got the gist of this video. There's not much meat and potatoes here. So I'm gonna move on to the next video I had, which is something fucking crazy I saw. I heard of. One of you guys actually brought it up to me yesterday, and it's a situation with Jaguar. That Jaguar did a crazy ad with a bunch of let's just say non-gender conforming people. A car company doing that, unheard of. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think TTD, were you the one who brought up the Jaguar situation yesterday? I might be wrong. Maybe it was someone else, but I think it might have been you. Situation is crazy, guys. So let's go take a look. My boy Drew Peacock coming in with the ban hammer on the topic of Jaguar and their latest ad campaign.
Sports car, a perfect daily driver in my book. I haven't seen any of the recent advertising, so let me go ahead and look up what they've been up to. I don't want a Jaguar, no. How's it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about what the hell is going on over at the Jaguar HQ? Like, what is going on? Now, I'm not gonna go on like a political rant or anything like that. I'm going to just talk about this specifically.
It is crazy.
I feel like the main objective of a car brand is to sell cars. So we're gonna take a look at this advertisement and see just how they plan on doing that. And then we'll take a look at some of their older advertisements and see if I magically get a feeling of inspiration.
You know what? I want to get my girlfriend's opinion on this really quick. Let me pause the video. Let's see what she thinks.
Let's take a look at this advertisement. But before we...
Hey, babe. Come really quick. I want to get your opinion on this. On this ad. Come a little closer so they can see your face. We're going to watch it right now. Yeah. Duck down a little bit. Damn, I want them to see your facial expressions. Here we go.
This video is sponsored by me. I'm sponsoring this video. I want all of you guys to go check out my second channel where I have a series between...
Nobody cares, Drew. I'm sorry. Let's just watch the ad.
I don't know if I'm gonna have it's
a car
or medium.
car ad.
I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll probably have it smaller.
You'll see.
Probably around there. I'll scoot over too, so we can look.
Let's play the goddamn video, Drew.
Create.
What the fuck are they wearing?
Whoa. Pretty colors. Live vivid. Delete ordinary. Okay. Break molds. British people don't know how to spell mold.
This is my first time watching it as well.
Jaguar.
First of all, there's no car in the fucking ad.
I feel like I'm looking at an advertisement for like a makeup
I
brand.
think they're selling genders.
Ulta, and if you know what Ulta is, it's like Sephora. If you don't know what Sephora is, it's a makeup store. And this literally, I could show her.
I'm gonna be mean in a second. Let me see what Drew's gonna say.
She's probably seen it already. I could probably show her this and be like, hey, like.
Yeah, we need to get another chair. Well, I'm gonna order another chair. Oh shit, guys, she's going off the reservation.
What do you think about this?
He said there's only 2 genders.
Something that you guys think you guys would carry? Because it 100%. If I saw this, on like the Super Bowl ad, I would 100% think this is for a makeup brand. I would not think this is for a car brand whatsoever.
Society has completely lost its mind. That's the bottom line. This shit's fucking ridiculous, and it's getting old.
Rainbow colored. Okay, not rainbow, but you know, they better be Skittles. You better have
the Olympics, cars,
I want to see
all of the TV shows.
I want to see some orange.
They're just pushing these fucking agendas like crazy.
They're going to sit here and copy nothing and live exuberant. This does not make me want to buy a Jaguar, though. Like,
they didn't even show any cars in the fucking ad.
But
my girlfriend said, "What are they selling? People?"
Nothing to do with cars at all. Like, they could have at least snuck in a couple like flash shots of like a new Jaguar coming out, like a little teaser, and it would have made it more interesting. But we're looking at like wannabe Star Wars cosplay.
Fucking ridiculous. This is some Hunger Games shit.
And it has like, when I look at this group of people, I don't think, oh God, these are all car enthusiasts. I want to fit in with them. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just saying.
Shut the fuck up, Drew. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them, really.
All cars are for enthusiasts.
They look like fucking degenerate freaks.
Look at the Jaguar ads of older times.
Their stocks have plummeted. It should.
They were cooking some good shit. I like her hair though. Like this right angle right there. It's really satisfying.
True. They do have an identity.
Jag obviously has very bad sales. Nobody is really going out and buying Jaguars. You don't hear them doing anything cool, probably because their marketing department or advertising department has been cooking this up for the last year or so. But they're all switching to full EV, as if that's not a pretty oversaturated market. Like, where are they going to fit in this EV market? You got Tesla, who's got a grip on everyone's throat. Whether that's deserved or not, you can go ahead and let me know down below. Then you have Lucid, which is like crazy, top of the line, like speed, luxury, performance, crazy styling. Then you have like
sad situation we're in nowadays, guys.
Companies coming out and just normal car manufacturers as well making electric vehicles, and they're just not that popular. You look at the Ford Lightning. Granted, it's a truck EV. And Ford can't get these to sell.
My uncle bought a new Jag years ago. When I saw it, I thought it was some Japanese car.
A month on a Ford Lightning, brand new Ford Lightning leased vehicle.
Yeah, they've lost their identity. Jaguar's a British company, isn't it?
So where can I see Jag coming in with something different? The only way I see this making sense is if they stay true.
I'll get it, probably.
What Jag used to be and be a luxury sports car, but make it, I guess, a luxury sports EV. It'd be cool.
I should have bought one of those little handheld things like what you have.
You don't really see that. So to see something a little different, I mean, hey, this advertising might pay for itself. How many views does this have?
They're selling people now, baby.
And no likes or dislikes are viewed.
They're genderless, soulless people.
This ad is to leave the comments section. We're not going to go to the comment section.
Automatons.
The only way I could see this working out for their huge transformation. Now, an advertisement is just that. It's a shitty advertisement. It's cooked up by some shitty marketing department. Them and the designers or the engineers, they don't probably talk. So I wouldn't worry too much.
Oh, the switch died?
Unless when you buy your car, you get a free bag of lipstick or something.
You couldn't plug it in while you're playing?
I don't think so. But imagine like a bunch of like...
I'm about to wrap up, babe. I'm going to stay until like 8.
EVs that have good styling, good luxury.
Maybe a little later. 8:15.
I'm not saying I would buy one, but I feel like there is an empty gap in the market for that. Now, is there a large enough market for people that want a sporty EV? I don't know. A lot of people sure do like the Teslas.
The thing is that advertising is to advocate for the car. And these dummies are making ads that have not even a car in sight. It's not like he had the stupid ass colored people coming out of the cars or something. There's not a car in sight in this ad. They should, if I was a CEO of this company, I'd fire the entire marketing team. This would never have aired. I'd fire the entire marketing team. Fuck them. Stupidest idea ever.
To be stated, this is a very bad advertisement. Oh, and this is also their new logo.
And their new logo, the font, the simplified, stupid font is stupid.
This beautiful, you could recognize it. It still looks luxury. It looks like it could be a watch brand. Like it almost has like that Rolex font. Now it's going to this like Gucci wannabe designer badge.
I'm so tired of everything being simplified and all of the fucking
recent advertisement.
all of the fucking life being sucked out of all the brands for this sterilized fucking bullshit.
If their other advertisements invoke
Minimalist sterilized bullshit.
or more motivation to go out and buy one of these cars. All right, this is a 4-minute advertisement. I don't think we're gonna watch the whole thing, but let's take a look.
Royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle.
Car looks great.
That was a nice car.
Looks realistic.
F-Type.
This
Good silhouette right there.
paradise. This fortress built by nature.
Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
They
The
say
EU emissions regulations are also a pain in the ass, ruining shit.
what makes a great villain. Firstly, you need to sound distinct.
See, like, that's cool.
They just make horrible cars. Even the McLaren I have right now has so many fucking issues.
Lets everyone know who's in charge. Gentlemen.
Ain't it?
Excellent.
Are you mad, bro?
Now, a villain should have style. The suit should always be bespoke, razor sharp.
I feel like all British luxury cars have this they try to go for the same demographic. Like Aston Martin and Jaguar basically go for the same. They used to go for the same demographic.
Throwing shots at Porsche.
Yeah, that was dirty.
Take this tiny.
And nobody's picking a Jaguar over a 911. Let's be real here.
Now brace yourselves. This
car sounds good. Like
this little world. This precious stone set in the Silver Sea against the envy of less happier lands. This blessed plot.
Car looks good.
Yeah. All British cars seem to go for the same demographic of James Bond.
Minutes of advertisement, and I feel like it happened in 10 seconds. That's crazy. But they show subtle things that the car can do, and they show features.
I guess they're pivoting to cater to the plebs now.
The sound, like that's an advertisement. I had never seen that ad before, but that ad made me.
4-minute ad is crazy though.
Jaguar 1,000 times more than the other ad, the other rainbow ad that we just saw. This ad has a
those F-Types aren't that fast, man.
that are into
Even when I had the 718 Spider, I would fucking smoke those shits.
to get the people that have style. It may be people that are looking at Porsches and are like, well, look at this option. This is a great option as well. Look at
I know.
Look at how it looks. Look at the features.
It's a pity too.
It's got a purpose. What's the target audience of the other ad? If you were to ask me, it looks like it's targeting people that are already daily driving Priuses and RAV4s. It doesn't scream luxury. It doesn't scream performance. I have no idea what they're targeting. Let's look at another one though. Here's another one from 2020. Show off the lighting. Car looks good. Different angles.
But Drew just hit it on the nail. Previously they were trying to target like a sophisticated audience. I think that they're trying to dumb it down, and I won't be surprised if the new models of Jaguars are fucking dumb, shitty looking Prius almost type cars.
A little creative, simple, and it's still.
They're trying to get sell cars to the brokies.
On top of that, it's recognizable as a fucking car ads. I don't understand where they thought that other advertisement was gonna hit. We'll go back.
And who knows, maybe that stupid ad might actually work now that I think about it with all these fucking they, thems and weirdos.
Wrong video. Okay, this is from 2001. That's definitely from 2001 with that slow-mo. Still artsy though, look at that. Dude's chicks on crack, I guess.
Dude's chicks on crack.
I probably can't include the music because it's got music, so I'm gonna have to mute it. But it's got some cool music in the background.
Well, at least in this ad, the guy gets the girl. I'd be afraid what they would do if they tried to make this ad again in 2024. Some weird ass shit. Let's just put it that way. The issue is that that's going to be the case until they force us.
That is like the coolest way to end an ad. Jaguar, the art of performance. It's not that hard. I feel like it's honestly not that hard to make a good car advertisement. But these, besides the rainbow one,
little by little, they're trying to sterilize our whole culture.
They have that other
watch it.
Factor, that other like prestigious factor. It's almost like the vivid.
They don't want the masculine man anymore. They want us all to be weak soy boy consumers.
I like all these older Jaguar ads.
Lined up for the gruel they give us. Please, please, government, please. I'm too weak to go get my own substance. Please, government. Mercy. That's what they want.
The Jaguar V12 that powers our race car, and the Jaguar V12 that powers the smooth and silent Jaguar XJS.
And anybody who goes against the grain is deemed toxic.
Paneled in rare wood, equipped in complete luxury. You can't buy our race car, but you can own the exciting Jaguar XJS, a blending of art and machine. Test drive.
Who wouldn't want to go out and buy a Jag after hearing you can buy a V12 Jag with their premium leather, their rare woods, and all of the smoothness you would want from a luxury vehicle? Who wouldn't want to go out and buy one after that? That is crazy. The blending of art and machine. God, Jag, just hire me. I feel like I've promoted your cars more than you guys have. And you might have 1 or 2 more sales coming in before your major transformation. That made me want to go out.
Major transformation is crazy.
If I was alive in '84, if I was able to go out and buy a car back then, I would have saw that ad and been like, that's a pretty cool fucking car. That just goes to show you can quickly isolate your fan base with bad advertising. Now, again, we'll have to see as more come out. Obviously, it's a little weird teaser trailer. They're going to drop more, and hopefully
they're trying to broaden their audience to the least common denominator, which is sad. That's how you lose your brand identity.
Pander to an audience that doesn't care about them regardless. The people that buy Jaguars want a Jaguar. They don't want a pink EV. So, I don't know. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Subscribe. Go check out my second channel. I will link it down below. And
Crypto Twitter is full of losers.
Jamaican, this is what you were talking about. Let's see what this guy. Let's see this guy's take on it. I've never seen this channel before. Gadget, 5.4 thousand subscribers, so it's a small channel.
Because these dorks sit there, scam each other all day, promise to have the world. I'm going to tokenize toilet paper, and it's got utility, and there's an NFT, and you can join my exclusive
NFTs. I hated that shit, man.
And let's all type in the Telegram all day, and we're all gonna help the world. And really, you help fucking no one. Even if you make money, you manage to make some money while positively helping 0 people. That's an achievement, and it's not an achievement to be proud of.
Base tape.
Makes me laugh when these losers.
Classic base tape.
Join the community. How the fuck is it a community if it's player versus player? How is it a community if you're all stealing money from each other? A bunch of dorks have bought into a coin, and they're trying to dump on each other all day, while in a Telegram group talking about community. It's a fucking scam! And the fucking person who launches the coin is like, we're a community, guys, just to keep the losers in there as long as possible without them dumping, so the fucking developer can dump first. Gambling on crypto coins, gambling like a degenerate loser, helps precisely nobody. I strongly recommend.
Nobody can say that they went into this blindfolded, because Andrew Tate himself is saying it in this previous video. So if you fell for that, I have no sympathy for you. He gave away the game. It's a social experiment at this point to see how stupid some of you people are. And unfortunately, a lot of people are dumb motherfuckers.
That was Andrew Tate a little over a year ago, calling his future self a degenerate loser. Perhaps the truest thing that
he's about to turn into a supervillain.
Ever since Andrew launched Daddy Token back in June, he has become, in my opinion, the most prolific, blatant, out in the open.
You can't lie though, this fit that Tristan has, exquisite. Homie's literally the freaking James Bond. This is how I want to dress, man. Fucking crazy ass suit, button-down shirt, the rollie. You can't deny that that's not style, man. This guy's always on point with the style. No cap.
Crypto scammer in the world. And in his most recent stream on Rumble, we got the most obvious example of this that Andrew has given us so far. Rug pull after rug pull after rug pull. Before we get into the coins that Tate pumped on this stream, and what happened to them directly afterwards, let's make no mistake about what Tate promised to his audience would happen to these coins that he pumped and burned.
So are we burning this or not then?
We're fucking burning this shit, bro. Send the shit to 100 mil right now. I've been telling people, bro. I've been telling people this shit's undervalued.
It's time.
It's time for 100 mil.
So what?
This shit,
explain to all the people at home who have no idea what happens when you burn it.
Basically, when you burn tokens, let's say every token that gets launched on Pump Fund has a billion supply. So let's say there's a billion shares of G right now. When you are about to burn 20% of supply, that means you're about to burn 200 million shares of G. That means that the price is meant to go higher because there is more demand and less supply. If any of your fucking guys watching right now went to Business 101, they will know what that means. And that means price goes up on paper.
This shit was a low effort scam.
Burns his tokens, the price will go up. Meaning, if Tate is pumping and burning, if you buy that token, you will make a profit. On a side note, I would like to know who Tate's crypto bro is who called in, who you heard explaining the burning process for Andrew. After what I'm about to show you, he deserves to be put on blast for being complicit in these scams. It would be noteworthy if I had one.
Damn, the fit is always on point though.
Crypto scam that Tate did on stream to show you. But the top G really.
The homies dress better than the fucking lawyers.
Let's start with
Think about that for a second.
For lack of better words, pumped daddy.
Now go in my public wallet and find my
fucking posh cunt.
Let's burn more. How much daddy did I burn? 110 M. Well, we're gonna burn more. Load up my public wallet. Find the fucking daddy. We're gonna fucking burn it. Where's my daddy?
Even he slips up when he says load up my public wallet.
I'd want to burn all the daddy in my public wallet. I've already burnt 110 million. I'm gonna buy a bit of daddy now. But I've got daddy in my public wallet. We need to burn it. I should have bought daddy. Daddy's an easy one. I'm obviously gonna fucking God candle daddy. Obviously. What the fuck?
Word. Should have bought daddy. I'll be so real. Should have bought daddy.
If you don't buy daddy and win on that, then
He's saying buy, and at the same time that shit's dumping. Look at that.
burn this daddy. Let's burn
Stupid.
Let's burn this daddy so the price goes up so everyone can get richer. Burn the daddy. I want to put the price up of daddy.
As Andrew pumped his daddy hard and proclaimed.
I'll say it again. Most of you guys, they were buying daddy when he was saying to buy, even though on screen with your own two freaking eyes, you could see it were dumping. You could see it was crashing. You guys are gullible. Stupid.
Massive opportunity. And we then saw the price of daddy immediately plummet. Tate's viewers who purchased some daddy token at his direction all lost money.
Tate ran out of there like Robin Hood, except he's robbing from the poor.
Heavily pump another of his.
He's robbing from the hood.
Real N-word Tate. Because
real N-word Tate
thinks that using slurs makes him so cool.
Real Nick Tate. How much do I buy? There we go. That's better. Now let's pump up the real niggas. Transaction attempting to fill. Boom! Just bought 10 real nigger Tate. 10 more. 10 more. Boom! Went through. 10 more. Buy! 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 Buy my real nigger Tate! Take my Solana!
The craziest thing is, usually when you watch crypto influencers, they always say it's not financial advice. But homie's like wilding out. He's like, buy. He's literally telling you to buy. He don't give a fuck. Tate crashing out here, man.
Taking every fucking nigger with me.
You can't admit, like, as an entertainment value, it's funny, but the honest truth is that this is scumbag behavior. I've lost so much respect for this man just off of that one stream alone. Scumbag behavior.
tons of tater tots lost money, and someone was making a bag. Next, we saw the pumping of a coin that Tate started during the week for his dog G.
G, look at the camera. G, your coin's pumping. Show your happy face.
Talked so much shit about Aiden Ross and Sneeko being degenerate streamers, gamblers, and then he turns around and does the exact same thing that he preached against.
G at the end. Guys, G might be the God candle. I'm letting you know now that G is going to be the God candle. Oh, don't I have... Wait a second.
Look at the giant cell signal. Honestly, if you are in this stream when this was happening and you were gonna buy when he's saying buy and there's a giant cell signal, the biggest fucking candle I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life, you're stupid as hell.
And we need to burn it now and send it to the fucking moon. We're going to burn it right now. We're going to buy more. 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 Buy more.
Now that is what you call aggressively pumping a coin. And what happened to
Hey, Jamaican, I don't remember. What area do you live in again?
Tater Tots rejoiced, rushed to buy, the price spiked.
I can't wait to get my goddamn car back, bro.
I'm afraid to say we are not done. Tate pumped a coin called F*** Matt Shea. Matt Shea being the journalist who has done some documentaries.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stay on until the end of this video, I think. So it's gonna be probably about 8 more minutes.
Matt Shea?
And we'll call it a night.
Should I buy more Matt Shea?
Matt Shea.
You can probably guess.
Like I said, this shit is funny. It was funny as hell. I just don't think it's honest behavior. But from a comedic standpoint, the shit was funny as hell. You gotta give it to him. He's a funny motherfucker.
One after the other. Andrew has gotten beyond desperate. He needs money, and to all of his fans still watching, he thinks you are idiots. It did not take long for the testimonies to start rolling in of Tate's followers losing money from this stream. Tate News has been a loyal soldier for Andrew on Twitter for the past few years.
Like near Lake Mary?
And he said he lost his life savings, tens of thousands of dollars. Another Tate supporter called Outlaw the Real World says he has lost $45,000. And in his thread,
the guy that has the black Porsche was in the stream earlier when I first started.
The whole time, but they didn't.
He sold the Porsche. He has a McLaren now.
Helpful that Tate did 4 of these pump and dumps in one stream to emphasize our point that he has always been a prolific, shameless scammer. And since he got heavily into the crypto space back in June, he has been prolific at crypto pump and dumps. Here are some examples that CoffeeZilla pointed out in the video he made about Tate's crypto scams a month ago.
Up to, starting with Roost. And of course, during the promotion, the price did well. But when it was over, Roost is now down over 90%. Tate promoted something called Venom Blockchain. And of course, that price is down as well. Tate also promoted F Madonna token. And of course, that ended badly too. This stuff is such garbage. Here's another one of Tate's coins.
What's funny, and I think, I'm going to be honest, the people who are investing in all these shit coins and losing all of their money deserve it. You're trying to get rich quick? You think you're smart. You think you're smarter than the market maker. I got news for you, buddy. You're not. You're going to lose all of your money, and then you're going to start crying about it afterwards? Ridiculous. If you're a serious investor, invest in the stock market, man. Invest in something that's secure. This crypto shit ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. And you know, everybody's celebrating that Bitcoin is hitting, it hit or it was about to hit $100,000. I promise you one thing. If the government decides that they don't want that shit to fly, it's not gonna fly. They'll shut that shit down so fast, you will not believe it. So keep playing with fire, man. There's only 2 options here. Either the government commandeers it and they start using it as the official currency for the country, or the government bans that shit and makes it illegal. Because you can't have a rival currency in your country. It undervalues the US dollar. So, that's my 2 cents, but if you dummies want to invest in that type of shit, go ahead. By all means, go ahead.
Holding the bags in a few months.
No, you won't.
Rich. Of course, By then,
why?
Tate will have something new to sell them.
And
Crypto,
have something
Bitcoin.
new to sell them he did. I want to finish with something for...
Now we're watching a video about Andrew Tate scamming a bunch of people on Friday.
This is a WhatsApp message pulled directly from Andrew's device that is in evidence in the Romanian trafficking case. This is an exchange between Andrew and one of the victims in the case. He says to her, "You're not stupid, and you probably guessed how I make so much money."
You should come over here and we should react to the trad wife video.
He says, "I've been doing that for a long time with a team of girls."
Guys, tomorrow, stay tuned because tomorrow my girlfriend promised we're going to be watching the video about trad wives.
How to start a video chat.
Barefoot trad wives who cook, clean,
but they like the idea,
and
so I
take care of the
started
household while their husbands work.
That's what those videos are about. It's all the cover.
They still do all that shit.
This was the birth of Andrew Tate's online courses, and nothing's changed. He thinks you are losers, and all he wants is your money.
No. He ain't no trad. There's no such thing as a trad husband.
Fallacy. Do not chase your losses, and especially don't chase them with Tate.
Oh, yeah. I did. I mean, basically, I cooked, I clean. No, I just let you pretend that you're cleaning. And then when you leave, I actually clean it. Guys, she got me doing all the housework. Cooking and cleaning, doing everything, laundry and everything. Like I'm the little maid in this bit. What? They can't hear you. Oh. Anyways, guys, tomorrow we will be reacting to that trad wife video. Just so you guys can understand the goal that every man should have to get his barefoot trad wife. You made popcorn? No, I don't want any, baby. I'm full, remember? From eating the rock hard steak. Oof. Anyways, guys, like I said, we're going to be wrapping up the stream. I do appreciate you guys for joining. We had a good group tonight watching the content. The digital slop lined up with their bowls, ready to eat. No, dude, I found one. I got a trad wife right there. He's barefoot and everything. She's like, what the fuck is he saying? He's like, what the fuck am I on? No, but seriously, I do appreciate you guys joining the stream tonight. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you're not following me on Kick or Twitch, go ahead and feel free to subscribe there as well. I'm going to be calling it a night. I think we had a good run. I really do appreciate it, guys. And thank you for watching. It's your boy, Scott Leonard, and I'm out. Yeah, baby. What the hell? I'm just trying to end the stream before it the YouTube has like a buffer delay, and I don't want to end it and cut it off like I did yesterday. That shit pissed me off. So I'm just gonna lift up one hand, and when I see that hand go up, I'm ending the stream. This delay is crazy. There we go.